Welcome to Let's Learn Railway Empire 2 together.
All right. Hi, this is Atticus, and welcome to Let's Learn Railway Empire 2 together. We are in Mission 4. That's right, Mission 4. And this is part 4 of our look at Mission 4. So we have our main things of three-city cluster right here: Austin, Houston, Beaumont. We've got it all growing beautifully. Our main revenue comes from dedicated passenger lines connecting all the cities. Now our first thing we're going to do now, we're going to check to see how we're doing against our tasks. We have to grow Houston to 60,000. Now when Houston hit 40, immediately a tool factory went in there suspiciously fast. When Austin hit 40, a steel industry went in there suspiciously fast. So we're going to leave them to see what happens and kind of work around them. I would much rather have, for example, we've got cloth here. I'd much rather have a clothing manufacturer. They call it fashion industry, which I think is a regrettable choice of words, but nevertheless, they have the fashion industry. I'd love to have that. I'd rather have a sawmill making planks out of wood, something, a distillery, something that our cities could use. Have we gotten there yet? Yeah, in anticipation. I'd love to have clothing in anticipation of this coming up, and then a sawmill to make wooden planks in anticipation of this coming up as our cities got bigger. We got what we got, and we're going to stick with that. Love the basic layout of all this. There's some clumsiness coming out of here. I think most of it caused by the fact that we couldn't move the Austin station. And we did want to say, keep the comments coming. They had dried up for a little bit. It had gotten a little, I noticed the rate of comments slowed down. I also realized it's not always easy to think of something else to say, is it? Imagine you were making dozens of videos about this game. It's not that easy. So, sorry, a little self-praise there to get my morning started. Okay, so I do see too, I don't see a supply. I don't see supplies on this one right here. And I think the easiest solution to that issue is just to go like this. There. Now there's supplies on this. Let's step back while we're at it and look at. They're hard to see. Well, if we went into where we're building them, they're easier to see maybe. No, not really. Not really. In fact, they're harder to see. Well, good grief. How do you even tell you have? Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is better. I guess you just have to pick the right height. So we got this line here with nothing on it. And we've got this big, giant line that just picks up supplies once. Let's just leave that and see what happens. This is fine. Oh, got it down here. Okay. Now, Felix sent me a thing about leapfrogging, which I've thought about that before. When you here, I'll demonstrate it up here. We know that our cities have these boundaries. If you wanted to leapfrog out, and those of you who've watched my Grand H's Rome videos from years ago will recognize this technique, but this is a very cool way to say, okay, well, I'd like to have my freight station way out here. You could actually go to the boundaries of your cities to build stuff. And I'll show you how to do that when maybe up here. We'll show you the basic idea. I don't really want to use it so much in this layout. I kind of want to stay true to this particular layout with the track all together and the superhighway. So I think that's how we'll do it. But still. Okay, let's go. What are we going to do next? I think there's some low-hanging fruit here. Well, not really. Yeah, there is, but there isn't. Sorry. I mean, in other words, we could run cattle in here. We could run grain in here, but Then we'd need freight stations if we wanted to stay true to our design. And well, here, let's do both. If we were to go train station here, right? And we said, okay, let's put a train station on, we're going to put that freight station, right? That second freight station on Corpus Christi. But I'd really like to have it out here somewhere. I could put another train station here and delete that train station. Now I'm out here. And then if I wanted to go further out, I could go, I really want it out here. Well, and delete that one. And now I've moved my city way out here. And then I could go, well, wait a minute, I'd really like to have it out here. Now let's see, have I gone too far? No, see, now I've got it way out here on the edge of the city. And then I could, and there are cases where I could shorten, for example, I could run one way out here and have an extremely short line bringing that, coming in from this station here to feed this setup, right? And we could have done something. He sent me some pictures that were very cool. I'll actually, Felix, I'm asking you for permission to show those pictures. I'll show them to you guys in another video, maybe next, whenever the timing comes. It could be whenever. I'm filming these. I'm filming. I'm recording these in advance. So who knows? You know, when I see your comment, there's a big mismatch between when I see your comment and what video I'm actually making at that point. But he did something like leapfrog out here to get his freight station way out here, and then he could run his line for the passengers behind it like this, and have a cleaner hookup than I've got here. But I'm not going to mess with that out. We're going to leave it all like it is. We're going to stay true to this 3 stations close with the superhighway kind of deal. And you can still build a superhighway, but look at Austin. We could have had our freight station for Austin. The North Freight Station could have been up here, practically in the logging camp, right? That would have been cool. Because then if we've got steel, if we're going to run iron ore, it would have been a much shorter haul. So you can see all the ways you could manipulate it by doing stuff like that. Okay, so anyway, so Felix, thank you for that. Am I actually going to do anything this episode? I probably should. You have to forgive me. I'm still waking up. It's early for me, and I'm not quite with it as if I'm ever really with it. So let's keep running for a second. I do want to make sure that, we got our double-digit growth there. That's what we need. Now, and we're accumulating money pretty quickly. To expand in this game, I'm pretty convinced that the key thing is to run more passenger lines. I mean, it's just, they are so powerful. So we got this nice line here in Shreveport. Let's go out here and let's put a station in Dallas over here. And let's put it, we're not going to leapfrog it. We're just going to put it right in the middle of the city, like that. And we will build double track back to here and tie it into our Shreveport station. Double it back, like so. And give it the signals it needs on that end, and then set our direction. It's amazing how consistent I am that I get it wrong every time. I don't know how a human being can get it wrong every time. Okay, so here we've got maintenance and post office. So out here we'll have both. We'll have our, when I say both our money makers. We'll have a post office and a restaurant. And then we'll set a line, express. Oh, I know what he was saying. Tarek said, let me start this over. Tarek said, let's set up a line and let's pick our locomotive for. No, that didn't work. Automatic's going to go to the Mastodon. Let's see. Let's try this again. If I pick Express, it's going to go to that one. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. Derek, explain that to me. The idea was that you would by default get the fork node, but I think that's just a function of what's the last train you happen to pick up. I really, sorry, I don't quite get this one. Anyway, the line's going to run from Shreveport to Dallas. That's 10 days. We want it to be 5, so we'll run a couple of trains on that line. Got it. And those lines will make really good money because another thing is people here want to get down here. So it's just going to grow and grow and grow on itself. All right, so we want to get. Let's just go on out here. Let's get access to Oklahoma, the Indian Territory. So while this is growing, we're just going to keep doing expansion lady style, and that's lady as in the original game. Okay, we're going to go out here. We're going to put a station here in Oklahoma City and point it back. Run it into Dallas. Double track it. And out here, well, let's do our signals. Let's do our switches at both ends, and then we'll set our signals on the track, and we'll look at supply depots and realize we didn't put one here. So that begs the question, which way is this going to go? And I think it's going to go, I think it'll go that way. So let's favor this side with that one. And then down here, we're going to have stuff coming in this way. So we'll get some more money and we'll favor that side. Okay. We don't want a salt mine. And we want to do a line. What if I just did that? That's it. If you don't do anything. Okay, when you first open it up, you get the last thing you used. That's probably what's going on here. There we go. We'll go from here to here. And that's 11 days, so we want a couple of trains. Let's start with one so we can get it running. Now we'll have 2. And we'll need maintenance. Did we already do that? I can't remember. We'll need maintenance and probably a maintenance and post office here. Maintenance and post office. And we've got ourselves another sweetheart line. Notice that's just going to a settlement. And then we're going to go out here to Jackson. Just keep this expansion going. We'll go to Jackson, Mississippi, and we'll come up. Let's come out of. Let's see. Whoops. Come out of this one. And we might as well make a nice wide bridge there. They're kind of cool. Where are we headed? We're headed down here. Okay, put in our switches. Put in our switches and then our signals. Supply tower. Let's get it working, benefit both things, I guess. Both this line and that line. And we will run here to here. Aha, with the fork node. It's 12 days, so we want a couple of trains on that. And go. Notice how fast our money is coming back now. We're continuing to double grow. That's all we're focused on, so we're cool with that. Let's expand. Let's get bigger. Let's get bigger. We can go to New Orleans, it looks like. Let's go to New Orleans. Ooh. Now those buildings are in a clumsy spot, but you know, we could change where we want to put our New Orleans station. Looks like most of the action's going to be over here, away from the swamp, obviously. So let's put a station there, and then we can't leapfrog yet, but we can go like this. We can come down. Come down from this side and hook into this. It matters not where. Okay, and then if we want to, we can move that station out a little. But let's move it out a little bit. Give ourselves a little space, and delete that and that, and then let's hook it up here. Let's see. We'll go right up through here and into Jackson, Mississippi, and we'll double track that. I've forgotten what we're waiting on. Let's see. Okay, we've got our signals. Now we've got our switches. We've got our switches. Now we've got our signals. And let's put we'll put one in the middle. And we'll start defining our line from New Orleans to Jackson. It's 7 days. So I want a couple of trains and go. There we go. And then Jackson would have both, should have a post office and a restaurant. And in New Orleans, no, that's the city. You notice it had a bridge construction site in New Orleans too. Over here we'll have maintenance and a post office. There we go. So we're continuing to get our double-digit growth here. And our money's racking up like crazy. Let's see. Where would we like to go next? Oh, let's go to Fayetteville. Yeah, Fayetteville, Arkansas. So let's go... let's put our station in Fayetteville. And... come on down like this and come into Oklahoma City. Double track that. Whoops. This. This. And a supply tower, and create a line from Fayetteville to Oklahoma City. We'll do the Forkno Express, 11.5. We definitely want a couple of trains. Okay. And then the configuration, this was a maintenance, so out here we'll have both, so to speak. We will have a post office and a restaurant. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, we could do, we could get into Tennessee without any trouble, couldn't we? Yeah, let's do that. 712,000. Okay. We'll take that and we'll go now let's think about this. We're going to have to deal with her. I think if we were to move Memphis out this way and Nashville down this way, it would be easier to set up our stations, and then we could just cross her for the time being one time, maybe to go to Knoxville. Actually, we could skip Knoxville. We could do Memphis, Nashville, Atlanta, and not even have to cross her lines and have beautiful passenger lines. And then when we come back to build it up, if we choose to, we could have, look at this. This is resource-rich territory here. So I'm thinking we want to, we'd like to get this down a little bit, so we'll do some leapfrogging. So what we'll have to do first is to have this connected to our line. So we're going to want the line to actually end up down, I don't know, down here somewhere. So let's just go ahead and build something that we can keep, and go like this. All the way into Fayetteville. And it doesn't matter which socket it's on because that's going to be throwaway. So we're going to go build another station. Oh, and I think that's what, I'll look up the person's name. Someone asked me, why aren't you building off of that tab? It's just not a habit. I'm in a habit of going up there to get the stations. And I just need to develop the habit. So let's go, how far down do we want to get? I would say, like, that's probably good enough, but we could go one more maybe, if it'll let us. So let's go, we'll demolish that one. And we'll build one down, oh, we can't. So we'll connect this to there. Then we'll come down one more. Will it let us? Why wouldn't it let us? Money. I think you. We may have pushed. I think we may have pushed Memphis to its limit. Have we? Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. Let's not abuse this too much. So let's have that be our station. So this is left. This is probably messed up now. Yeah, it is. Let's just delete this track and start over. Let's connect this one with this one. And run it up this way. It won't let me grab for some reason. Part of that, it won't let me grab it. I'm not sure I understand it. What's going on here? Okay, what do we got? Yeah, and double track that. I do find on these longer lines like this, it is easier to do your signals at one end and set your directions and then go over to the other end and do the signals rather than signals on both ends. And then actually, you know what, it doesn't matter. Forget I just said that. It doesn't. It's the same. It's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. Let's put our station, our depot here, so this can pick it up if we end up going into Fayetteville. And so we'll need maintenance on Memphis, following the pattern. So there we had a good quarter. We went up 2.3 million in net revenue gain. And where are we on our task? We're about to hit it. So this will be our last one we build for a bit, maybe. So let's go Memphis to Fayetteville. Well, all right, let's do Fayetteville to Memphis. That sounds great. Pick that fork, no. And I think that's because if you pick this first, that's the last thing we used. I think that's the key to it. 14 days. 3 trains. Okay. Look how fast our money racks back up. 3 trains. Then we'll go to Memphis and we'll go, right, maintenance and the post office. And there we go. We hit our 60,000, so let's see what they give us next. Okay, let's see what they want us to do. Produce wooden planks via your factories and businesses. We can do that. Express line from Dallas to Brownsville, and 3 through private routes, which we've already done as we were expanding. Okay. So, okay, this one. All right. So that Brownsville to Dallas. Okay, here's Dallas. Here's Brownsville. If we ran an express line, it went up like this, over like that, we would be done, I think. And I'm going to think of this as a temporary, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this express line we have running, which is, I want to make sure I got the right one. This one here that has the bridge and then goes across here. And we're just going to build a bridge over all of it. A bridge or a tunnel, I don't care what it is. Kind of don't care what it costs. Like this. That goes up here and comes into Dallas. Okay. what causes that? I don't understand. I got this. That's weird. I have to think about that for a minute. Okay, so we want this to work. Let's see. How are we going to get this to work? Bring it out like that. Uh, 10 degrees. I'll tell you what we could do, since this is a temporary. We could. I think we could cross all that track. We can. Look at that. That 28 mile an hour is no good, but. That sucks. A little bridge. All right. Let's work our way down there. Okay, now how are we going to get this done? Okay, that is not going to work. We want the speed to be pretty good. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be pretty good. Now look at that. Now that's a flat crossing across all of that. It's going to disrupt things a little bit, but if we can, let's run this out a little bit. Let's let this, here, let's build that, and then we'll join back in with this line. Shoot. Okay, we got. Now we want this to be able to come in like this, and then we want to be able to come in like this, and we want it to come up here and actually maintain its speed pretty well. And I'm putting this in here so we'll get signals. If we don't have signals here, in fact, yeah, if we don't have signals here, these trains are all going to stutter while it goes across. And we'll put same thing over here. We'll just have a little section that is double track, kind of our faux double track to fake out the signaling system and make it look like there's double track going here. I actually think that would work. Let's try it. Brownsville to Dallas. a fork no, an express line, exactly one train, and gather up some money and go, and that should work just fine. It should. Now let's just see, to get an express, there's some place you can look and it will tell you how to get I've forgotten where it is. Somebody remembers, point it out, but there's a place you can look and it'll tell you about the express status. Anyway, we're going to run that up to Dallas and see if we don't get that express status. It was express, right? Yes, an express status. Okay, now we need a sawmill. And we have we have an opening right here in Beaumont, right? But we could also use any of these other cities. I think we'll put a sawmill in Beaumont. I really want to get clothing. Clothing would be great in Beaumont, but I think we can put clothing in whichever one of these comes up next, because the planks will be needed anyway. So let's go here. Let's go wooden planks. We can put them out. Oh, let's get some money. What happened? I'm not sure what I'm doing there. Let me get up here to about 400 grand, and then I'm going to pause it and see what happened. Oh, it went in. It's just the view we have, I guess. Toggle that off. Weaving mill. There we go. There's a sawmill here. And now we've got wood right up here. We can run it into this. We won't put it in the warehouse. We'll just run it like, we'll do a station here. That brings us wood. Like so. It picks up supplies. We'll go here to here. This time we'll do a freight train. The Brooks Mogul, 7 days. And now we're going to want planks in 3 cities. That would be a 3. Let's take our wooden planks and run them up to a 3.2 production, which means we need 3.2 on this line right here. And this line was 7. A 3 would be like 18, so we're good. This one train will satisfy that demand down there. So we'll get more logs going in here, and we probably should already be, we should have some logs in here already. I would think. Oh, we do. We got lots and a lot more coming. All right, good. So we'll knock that off very quickly. We should be able to finish both of these pretty quickly, assuming my belief about this line right here is true. Now, whether it is or not, we'll see. You. May have to take it out of these city stations and just run it, make more direct track, right? But we'll see. We'll see. And don't let this express confuse you with the idea of an express status. It's a little confusing. It was the same thing in there. We went through there just fine. it was the same thing in the original game that the two would get confused. Now we got money. I don't want to wait. I want to go keep expanding, keep expanding, keep expanding. Let's get Nashville. And let's put run track to Nashville. Like so. And we'll probably run it, let's run it out at least one more. So we'll connect it, and that'll allow us to put another station in. And we'll move it out here, and that's probably good right there. So we'll demolish this, and we'll get our track and run it into here. Shoot. Let's delete a little bit of this track right here. And then reconnect like that. Now that's still slowing us down. Why is that? Let's delete all that track and do this again from here. To here. Double track it, put in our signals. At least I can amuse myself with my own ineptitude. Okay, put in our switches. Put in our signals. This one I think was maintenance. I probably should be naming them so I can tell, but I'm just way too lazy. Maintenance, so we're going to put both up here. We're going to put the post office and the restaurant combo. And we're going to run a line from here to here. Express. 1, 2, 3, 9.6 days, run a couple of trains, go. Okay, then we'll go down to Atlanta as planned. And we can go just right in the heart of Atlanta, I think. Oh, we need to access. So we'll purchase the rights to go to Atlanta. We'll put in a station in Atlanta, and we'll do passenger line to... I see something we're going to have to deal with probably. Alabama, yeah, we'll purchase rights to Alabama. That's what I was seeing we had to deal with. And that looks really good. And let's double track that. And put in our switches and our signals, and a switch at this end, and we'll need maintenance in Atlanta. Let's see, maintenance and a post office and a train from Atlanta to Nashville. Express, 11 days. We'll run 3 trains. Okay. And where are we? We're almost done with the planks, and this guy, let's see. That's just data on the trade. I want the route. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Okay. May regret the running it through the stations part. Let's see what happens down here when he comes in here. He had to wait a little bit, but not much. The thing is, you have to be able to keep his speed up so that his average speed is, I'm not sure what it needs to be. There is a place to see it. I'm not sure where that is. But they just rip through the stations pretty easily. The only way they get slowed down is if there just happen to be, you know, like both lines tied up or something. Let's just watch what he does here. I hate wasting time. I could be spending more, making more stuff, but okay, we've got our wooden planks done, and we've got a nice thing down here to feed the growth of our 3-city cluster down here, the one we're growing. And I'm hoping this guy gets us gets his good status when he gets down here. I don't know. There, he did. Good. So we finished that off. And let's see what our other task, our next set's going to be, and then we'll call it a day on this episode. Give us some more tasks, buddy. We want something to do. Okay. They want us to produce steel, and there's that tool factory in Houston. So produce 13 loads of steel. The tool factory in Houston is a potential customer for the steel, but it won't want, you can't have the tool factory, don't need tools till 85,000 citizens. And then they want us to deliver 12 loads of tools to Austin. So we're going to want to have our steel business, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We have to produce it, our factory. So first thing we're going to do is buy that steel industry. It's dirt cheap because it's not being fed anything. Okay, we just bought the steel. There's a tool factory here. Pause. All right, let's buy it too. Tools. It's dirt cheap. Again, it's not being fed. It was a bad placement if you think about it as an investment. We paid almost nothing for it. So we own those two. Now what do we have to do? Steel and tools. Buy Donovan, 60 passengers, Dallas, Memphis. Okay, I'm going to do two more things just to get us going. Dallas, Memphis, all we have to do is do Dallas, Memphis. And choose the Forkno Express. Let's put a couple of trains on it and go, and I think we'll be done with that. It was 60 passengers. There's... Oh, wait. I goofed. Okay. And then I just want to double check. I'm pretty sure that... see, this is no, yes, no, yes. So there's repairs in Memphis, so it's fine. And that'll run for a little bit. And we could run a line probably straight to Memphis, and it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. It's all good, just like that. All right, let's stop right there. Wait. There's one other fun thing we can do, just to go out on a high note. We'll buy this guy. He's $4 million. That's pretty expensive for a guy that has nothing. $4 million. Go. All right, we'll buy him. There we go. He's bought. And we'll merge with him. I don't think he has anything, so we'll liquidate the stuff he doesn't have. And there we go. There's a task down. And we got this working. And all we have to grow Houston and Austin both to 85,000. Well, is that true? Yes. Yes, we have to grow Houston and Austin to 85,000 to hit that task. And we've got them both on double-digit growth right now. And we need to get on, where's our weaknesses? Our weakness would be clothing. We got the planks and this stuff here, and we'll work on all that next episode.
I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for more Railway Empire 2 videos. Thank you.